Tejoshi, Hemant Soren, Jharkhand Chief Minister, all the allies of United Indian Alliance, they said we are totally, absolutely with you. I think our solidarity will be united and strong for the next days. Achilles requested me to come today itself, but I said you come better tomorrow. So he's coming tomorrow. And one by one everybody will come. And then I told you that my target is very clear. I will strengthen the India team just like a small person. And now I don't have any chair, so I am a commoner. So you cannot tell me that I am using your chair. I am now free bird. I gave full life for service to the people. Even these 15 years, I have not withdrawn one paisa of pension or I have not taken one paisa of salary also. But now I am free bird. So I have to do some work. That I will manage to do it. And our party will see. They started torturing all of our people. Even scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, they are not spared. One little girl is working with me. Scheduled caste family. Her family was ground from last night. She is having one daughter. They have their daughter-in-law, newly married. BJP said we will rape you. And her grandma is about 92 years old. She became ill, but they are not allowed to take water, even drinking water, from the outside. From Bhangor to Barasat, Barasat to Degonga, Degonga to Kolkata, Kolkata to North Bengal, North Bengal to Jungle Mahal, all area, South Bengal to North Bengal, Bardhaman to Birbhum. BJP, along with goons, started atrocities, and they think that some people may go for their bindings, but heartily they are not. And please remember that police is totally inactive. আমরা যখন প্রথম জিতেছিলাম, আমি বলেছিলাম কারো উপর যেন কোনো অত্যাচার না হয়, বদল চাই, বদলা নয়। আমরা কিন্তু সিপিএমের একটা পার্টি অফিসে হাত দিইনি, আমরা কোনো অত্যাচার করিনি। আমি রবীন্দ্রসঙ্গীত আর নজরুল গীতি গাইতে দিয়েছিলাম। আর 3 দিন ধরে বিজেপি যে অত্যাচার করছে, সিআরপিএফ, এটা জওয়ান বাহিনী না গুণ বাহিনী? আমি আমার নিজের কনস্টিটিউশনে দেখেছি, আমার অভিজ্ঞতা 100 জনকে মেরে তাড়িয়েছে যারা জিতছিল। এবার আপনাদের আমি বলি, আপনাদের একটা রোল সম্বন্ধে আমাদের অভিযোগ আছে। You may accept, may not. After first round, you started saying BJP is getting 200, 195. You didn't wait up to the final result. Even you didn't wait to see the 5 round, 6 round. And after that campaigning with the press media, the BJP went to the inside of the polling station and they started beating the people, beating the counting agents. When I came to know why all the counting agents are withdrawn, that time I was reading about 13,000 and my 5 round was left out. And that round is also my ward and Bobby ward. We should have get more than 32,000. Then the candidate BJP itself went there inside along with 200 CRPF and 200 outsiders good. And then they beating our people. Even the women were not spared, and they snatched all the 17 seat form. When I came to know, I started going there. First they stopped my car in the Jogubajar area, but I moved from the other way. When I entered, the CRPF said, no, you are not allowed to go. I said, I am a candidate. You are not allowing me. You are not allowing our candidate, our agent. So it is going on one-sided. Then written I complained to RO that it should be stop counting right now unless the restoration is over. Restoration normal C is restored. Then Randhir came. I told Randhir, the DO. I know he gave a message to somebody before 15 days ago. Ye chuna counting mein khel hoga. That I am having with me. I told him, can you do like this? Even nobody is from our side. My official agents are not allowed. I am not allowed. I went inside for few minutes. They kicked me in my belly. They kicked me in my backside. And they abused, physically manhandled, assaulted. And you cannot imagine what happened because that time CCTV was off. So far I know, I have seen the CCTV footage from inside the room. Then I was sitting there, I said, unless and until the counting is started, the normalcy is restored, I will sit here as a candidate. I have seen the data bank area, all the BJP candidates and with 200 booths, they are operating their data. Then they just thrust me, thrown me out from the counting station. धक्का देके मार के निकाला. As a woman, I feel it is not only the insultation. I am as a human being, how they misbehave with me. So I can guess the other candidates, how they are being tortured. And the workers. Party is solidly with them and all the United India leadership, they are also together. We will bounce back, we will fight this battle. But whatever this government of India's direct interference and to control the autocrat system, to finish the democratic system, the brutal murder of democracy. In this line, they won in Maharashtra, in Bihar, in Haryana, and other states. They were not able to fight it out, but we fought it just like a tiger, and we will fighting, and we will be fighting. All we are together. They are insisting so many of our workers to join BJP. I don't mind for that. For their safety, they may. Today they will be, tomorrow they may not be. So now we have decided that against of election commission or the what mechanism they have been used. Our strategy we will not let you know now. That we will discuss later on. We are taking action. But what action? That required discussion. That's why our confidential strategy we are not going to disclose. This is number one. Number two, we have decided to set up a fact-finding committee with 10 members along with 5 MPs and others. They will visit all the tortured area. Even they captured all of our party offices. Even they went to capture Trinamool Bhaban, our headquarters also yesterday. In Abhishek's office also, they started this brick biting and all this. Stone biting, brick biting.
Stone biting, brick biting.
Brick batting. And they should have realized that if you want forcefully also, there is a system. We have enough members along with us. They are elected. You cannot start torture like this. If you torture with the people, along with all the party workers and the others, all community, caste, creed, religions, please understand, when you won't be power at center, within a day, you have to face the same battle. History will repeat itself. It's a black history what happened for Bengal yesterday. We condemn the attitude of the villain election commission, biased. He has done everything. Even we came to know, I do not know whether we are sure or not, we are collecting information. The message came to us from his control office, Delhi. They hijacked the counting center also. This is most unfortunate. This is not only unfortunate, I think that this message should go to everywhere. So that our people are staying all over the world. Let the message should go to the people. So let them know the atrocities. ওরা এমনি জিতলে আমার কোনো অভিযোগ থাকতো না, জিততেই পারে, নির্বাচনে হার জিত আছে, কিন্তু সেটা তো নয়। আমরা তো হারিনি, জোর করে ভোট করে তুমি ক্যাপচার করেছো টোটালটা। যখন আমরা প্রায় 200টা সিটে এগিয়েছিলাম, একতরফা মিডিয়ার ক্যাম্পেইনের পর ওরা স্টার্ট করেছে টর্চারিং বাইরের লোককে, and CRPF just like goons, every counting center they didn't allow the press media, they didn't allow the CCTV footage, they didn't allow the candidate to go enter. How they misbehave, we don't have any respect for them. I'm sorry. The central forces can behave like this. I have never seen. I have seen Rajiv Ji's government. I have seen Manmohan Ji's government. I have seen Atal Ji's government. I have seen Vishwanath Pratap Ji's government. I have seen Devgura Ji's government. I have seen I.K. Gujral Ji's government. I have seen the others also. But I have never seen this type of atrocities. It is atrocious, terrible. There is no limit of atrocities. If it is going on, I think their image will be worst. It is already. They cannot show their face. It is not the proper way of democracy. Democracy, there is a courtesy. You have forgotten the courtesy. Torturing the people. And what do you want? That only one party rule will rule the country. No opposition, nothing. Nobody. So this I want to say to all of you on record. And parties already, we are solidly together. All the party leaders are working together. Though they are being tortured, they are being attacked, their house is being attacked, their workers are being tortured. Already Belegate have seen that died. They killed also. They are threatening to rape the women. Can you imagine a party who are ruling the central government? Can they do like this? Can they behave like this? Even I must say that when judiciary is not there, when election commission is biased, when government of India wants only one party rule, then how the people will get justice? It's the same for everyone. The wrong message is going to the world that you cannot fight democratically. All you are capturing forcefully. And narrative and negative, you have enough money. Betting management. So we will bounce back. We will fight it out. We only want to request you, don't show us, but please see that atrocities is stopped. It should be our request to all of you. Because you media is also, I know I don't blame the journalists, but they control the media. So reality bites, that we don't say the truth. If you don't tell the truth, then you have to opt the other way. So that message should go to everyone. Peacefully, but our voice We have so many systems. Nowadays, world is one. So we will be fighting for that. This is only our at present our present meeting up with the press, because I never met you yesterday just with the halla golla 1-2 minutes, because they are just touching me at that time. You have seen how they get out me. They didn't allow me even to move freely. Even when I was coming back, then also 20-30 CRPF, everybody you have the photo. How they are thrashing me, how they are just throwing me out. So I will thanks again, many thanks to মামাটি মানুষকে ধন্যবাদ জানাই, জিন্দাবাদ জানাই, যারা আমাদের ভোট দিয়েছেন, কিন্তু এদের অত্যাচারের জন্য আপনাদের ভোটটা হয়তো অনেক জায়গায় আমরা রক্ষা করতে পারিনি। তার জন্য আমরা ক্ষমা প্রার্থী। ক্ষমা যাদের চাওয়া উচিত তারা তো ক্ষমা চাইবে না, আমরা তার জন্য ক্ষমা চাইছি। এইটুকু আপনাদের বললাম, বাদ বাকি ডে টু ডে উই উইল ডিসাইড আওয়ার স্ট্র্যাটেজি। এই পর্যন্ত আপনাদের কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন থাকলে 1 by 1 জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারেন। यस
दीदी, मेरा सवाल पहला यही है, क्या आपको किसी तरह से पश्चिम बंगाल विधानसभा में फिर वापस देखा जा सकता है?
I am not going there. Even if I want also, I should not, because मैंने चेयर को केयर नहीं करते हैं। I want to continue as a less important person. I told you so many times. So I don't care chair. I only care people.
दीदी, जिस तरह से इंडिया अलायंस के सारे मेंबर जिसका पहले आवाज उठाए थे कि महाराष्ट्र में, हरियाणा में वोट चोरी हुआ है, ईवीएम वीवीपैट में स्लिप बदला गया है, क्या बंगाल में भी इस तरह से फिर
बंगाल में और थोड़ा ज्यादा हुआ? क्यों? हम लोग जैसा फाइट किया इंची टू इंची, इतना फाइट हम लोगों ने किया जिंदगी मौत को सामने रख के। तब भी अगर हमारा फाइट तो बीजेपी का साथ नहीं था, हमारा फाइट था इलेक्शन कमीशन का साथ। और अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन बेच जाए, अगर जुडिशियरी से कोई जस्टिस ना मिले, अगर इतना लोगों को लॉजिस्टिकल नाम पे निकाल दिया जाए, वन साइडेड इलेक्शन ऑफिसर लोग काम करे, स्विच ऑफ कर दे, ईवीएम मशीन कैप्चर करे। आप हमको बताइए, जब लोगों ने वोट देता है मशीन में, उसका चार्ज, बैटरी चार्ज 40 का नीचे उतर जाता है, लेकिन 1995 कैसे हुआ? कैसे हुआ? आई एम रेजिंग द क्वेश्चन। Why they snatched our paper? Why they didn't allow our counting agent and me to attend the counting? Why they tortured the people and directly with the help of CRPF and the election officers? They were threatening inside, I have seen. They were threatening the RO in presence of me. But please remember, I have every document with me. Because at that time, I sent all my information to Bengal CEO. First, I have written a letter, then they snatched this paper from me. Then I have written second letter to RO at about 4 o'clock. They didn't give us SC receipt, but not only me, the other candidates also. But no justice. When DO told me that, Mamata ji, आप आपको एजेंट को बुलाइए, वो तो पास ही नहीं है उसका पास, सब छोड़ के छीन लिया। हम बोला कैसे घुसेंगे? तो बोला हम पास बना देते हैं, आप बुला लीजिए। Then I said, okay, you give me 2 hours time so that I can call my people. I waited. Then our people came. CRPF didn't allow to enter. Number 2, who are there present? I said, okay, who are not present, I can see as a counting agent. That cooperation also can do. Then they धक्का मार के हमको उधर से निकाल दिया। हमारा इलेक्शन एजेंट को इतना मारा, काउंटिंग एजेंट को, सबको मारा, 5-6 पार्टी को मारा। So they also complained. लेकिन कंप्लेंट किसको करेंगे? वो तो पूरा परचेज है ना, सेलेबल कमोडिटीज। यही हुआ बंगाल में। बंगाल का असली चेहरा और कोई अलग है, लेकिन जो चेहरा निकाला ए इलेक्शन कमीशन बीजेपी एंड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ऑल सेंट्रल फोर्सेस का एक जॉइंट टायो कॉम्बिनेशन का साथ हम लोग को लड़ने पड़ा।
আপনার পরবর্তী পদক্ষেপ কি থাকবে?
এটা আমরা পার্টিতে ঠিক করব ভাই, আমি তো একা নই, একটা পার্টি আমার সাথে আছে ফুল। আমরা আসামেও কালকে একটা সিট জিতেছি, তারপরে ওখানেও অত্যাচার করতে শুরু করেছে, সুস্মিতা দেব আমাকে জানালো। পরবর্তী স্ট্র্যাটেজি আমরা পার্টিতে বসে ঠিক করব। আপনারা টাইম টু টাইম জানতে পারবেন, চিন্তা কোনো কারণ নেই।
রাজভবন যাবেন?
কেন, কিসের জন্য? আমরা তো হারিয়ে নিয়ে যাব। হারলে আমি যদি শপথ দিতে যেতাম তাহলে আমি রেজিগনেশনটা করতাম। এখন তো কোয়েশ্চেন ডাজন্ট অ্যারাইজ। জোর করে দখল করে যদি কেউ মনে করে যে আমি কি রেজিগনেশন দিতে হবে, নো, নট দ্যাট। Now also I want to say that we didn't lose the election. It is their forceful attempt to defeat us. Officially they may, through election commission, can defeat us. But morally I am telling you that we won the election. কি বলেছিলেন শুনুন, রাজনীতিতে অমিত শাহ বলেছিলেন সবাইকে দড়িতে করে ঝুলিয়ে পেটানো হবে। আগে তাকে জিজ্ঞেস করুন, তারপরে অভিষেক ব্যানার্জি উত্তর দেবে। আর প্রেসটা আমি করছি, অভিষেক ব্যানার্জি করছে না। যারা জিজ্ঞেস করার আমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করুন।
বিজেপির বক্তব্য হচ্ছে 2021 সালের নির্বাচনের পর ভয়ঙ্কর সন্ত্রাস হয়েছে।
কোনো সন্ত্রাস হয়নি, সব মিথ্যে কথা। এনআইএ থেকে শুরু করে একটা চকলেট বোম ফাটালেও কতবার 355টা টিম পাঠিয়েছে বাংলায়। এখন হিউম্যান রাইটস কোথায়? শিডিউল ট্রাইব কমিশন কোথায়? উইমেন কমিশন কোথায়? চিলড্রেন কমিশন কোথায়? কোথায়? ঘুমাচ্ছে কুম্ভকর্ণের মতো নাক ডেকে? লজ্জা থাকা উচিত, নির্লজ্জ, বেহায়া। हाँ, वो मीटिंग करके करेगा। एक कोई हमारा पार्टी बीजेपी का माफिक नहीं है जो इंस्ट्रक्शन देता है होता है। हमारा पार्टी हमारा डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम फॉलो करके करते हैं।
दीदी, क्या आपको लगता है कि कुछ कैंडिडेट ने सबोटाज किया है?
नहीं किया है, कोई कैंडिडेट सबोटेज कभी अपन को नहीं कर सकता है। आप लोगों ने सबसे ज्यादा सबोटेज किया है फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग, फ्रॉम द मॉर्निंग।
দিদি, আপনি ইন্ডিয়া জোটের কথা বললেন, আগামী দিনে কি এরকম হওয়ার সম্ভাবনা আছে? কংগ্রেস এবং তৃণমূল কংগ্রেস এক হয়ে গেল।
এসব আপনাকে তো আমি স্ট্র্যাটেজি বলতে যাব না, প্লিজ। স্ট্র্যাটেজি will be discussed within our party members, but united alliances for all the political parties. So thank you very much. So आपको मिल जाएगा information. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. हाँ, निश्चय।
Show of unity among the leaders of the TMC, a full-on tirade against the Bharatiya Janata Party. Even the CRPF calling CRPF, the deployed forces, as Goon Bahini of the BJP, comparing it, many would say, like the Mukti Bahini that was there for the Bangladesh Liberation War. It's Goon Bahini, CRPF, for the BJP is what Mamata Banerjee is claiming. But a lot of other headlines also have come in. Preeti, that was an interesting lash out, though, against the centre and BJP.
Well, against the centre and the BJP, the biggest sticking points, and let's quickly cut across and break those points. Number one, Mamata Banerjee, like she claimed yesterday, claims that hundreds seats was stolen by the EC. She blames the Chief Election Commission for what has happened, says the centre also played a huge part. 100 seats were stolen is the charge which has been made by Mamata Banerjee. Number one. Number two, the biggest, I would think, takeaway, Pooja, from what Mamata Banerjee has just said in that press conference is that she has spoken to the India Alliance members. She says she spoke to Rahul Gandhi, she spoke to Sonia Gandhi, she spoke to Akhilesh Yadav, who's coming to Kolkata to meet her tomorrow. She spoke to Tejasvi, she spoke to Arvind Kejriwal, she also spoke to Hemant Soren. And
but I wonder, what will that do, Preeti? How will that help now that she's forming the government anymore? Is it that we are together in solidarity?
No, see, I'll tell you the biggest takeaway in that is that she's spoken to all of these leaders and she says that we have come up with a plan and I will not disclose it just yet. She says I'm a free bird now. I am working on something. I have shared it with my allies and I will not disclose it yet. So let me get you the biggest takeaways of what has come out of the press conference of the now possibly the former chief minister. Well, she's the caretaker chief minister till the 7th of May, till the time where the tenure of the assembly ends. So till then, Mamata Banerjee has held a press conference. She has charged the centre, the election commission, of stealing 100 seats. She also says that the entire India alliance stands together. We spoke on the phone. I have a plan. I'm a free bird now. I'm not tied to the chair of Chief Minister of West Bengal, and I will carry on this fight. I do not want to disclose it just yet. So opposition unity, a surprising fallout. What many thought, Pooja, that the whole India alliance has fragmented at the back of what we had seen over the past 2 weeks. She seems to be putting, a position that the India alliance is very much together, and there is a plan that they have, and they have spoken about it. She will not disclose it yet, but they're going to work on that. She, of course, like you pointed out, took on the CRPF and the central agencies and said that they... And also, Pooja, I believe, spoke of post-poll violence against her cadre.
This time alleging that it was the BJP goons, BJP cadre. The woman on your screen had been able to oust the left rule of over 30 years. This time, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party's Saffron Sandesh coming against her rule this time. She could have become a 4th-time chief minister. That's not happening. She's out of her tenure, her stronghold, with about 80 seats, 207 out of 294 for the Bharatiya Janata Party. But a lot has happened. Political rhetoric is, according to Mamata Banerjee, it's the BJP goons and cadre indulging in violence, threats of rape against women.
Well, in one line, and let's bring in Indrajit Kundu into this conversation. 2 big points coming out of that press conference of Mamata Banerjee. Indrajit, first, she says she doesn't accept the loss. She says this election was stolen. Over 100 seats were stolen from the TMC. Number 2, she says the India alliance is together. They have come up with something. She's a free bird now. She has a plan. She will fight, but she's not going to disclose what the point is.
Well, that's right, Preeti. 2 very, very important points. It seems this verdict or the Bengal loss has galvanized the India alliance, with all the big leaders, the top leaders of the India alliance, reaching out to Mamata Banerjee. As she suggested that there were calls that were made, Akhilesh Yadav and other leaders, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, all reaching out to Mamata Banerjee, providing their support. That comes in as now with entire India alliance being galvanized. And though Mamata Banerjee did not reveal much about her strategy, she said that, it would be decided in due course of time, and that a party would, take this forward politically. She has also formed a fact-finding committee which will now be traveling across Bengal to document cases of political violence, is what the Trinamool Congress Supremo has said.
Indrajit, that's where it becomes, yes, interesting. She's alleged that there's been threats of violence and worse against her cadre and women there in Bengal. But in 2 decades, this is the time when there has been no death reported in post-poll violence. Usually it's literally been in some way a tradition that had become of post-poll violence after Bengal election results.
Well, that's right. Thankfully in the last, 24 hours, ever since the election results have been announced, we haven't seen deaths. But there have been multiple cases of, vandalism of the Trinamool Congress party offices. That's true. There have been attacks on Trinamool Congress candidates.
Would you just tell us, explain one thing to us. Mamata Banerjee has rejected this win of the BJP. She says this election is stolen. Has she accepted the win though, or is she challenging the win?
If one has to make of what she has just stated, it's pretty clear. She said that this is not a win, that the Trinamool Congress has not lost, but the election was snatched by the...
But she also says there's no point complaining, because who do I complain to? So she's not taking any action, so she's accepted it. She's moving on from here. She's not challenging the win.
Well, Preeti, she is challenging it in a sense, but she's also challenging the authority of the Election Commission in a sense that she's saying that this is compromised. But the big aspect of her press conference, when we asked her right at the end, is she going to Raj Bhavan? Is she going to tender her resignation? Her point-blank response was no. She's not going to the Raj Bhavan, and she said that we did not lose. So,
so that's big, Indro.
Right,
that is big. So that means that in all possibility, she will also take the legal route. She's decided not to submit her resignation as is protocol after every election. The losing, if the chief minister, the incumbent chief minister, if he loses, goes, or even if he doesn't, goes to give his resignation and or her resignation. She's decided she's not going to do so, Indro. That's big.
Well, that is the big development coming in, of course, because, Mamata Banerjee has categorically stated that she's not going to the Raj Bhavan. She's not tendering her resignation as of now. We were very inquisitive. We have been reaching out to the Raj Bhavan as to whether or not there have been any communication that has happened from Mamata Banerjee's end to meet the governor. But she has clarified that she's not putting in her paper. She's not resigning, which means that, there can be some constitutional, some legal tangle in the days to come, because
So what do you expect then, Indrajit? The next 24 hours, there are some prevalent tensions on the ground, as she's alleging. She says, I'm not going to tender my resignation. I'm quoting here what Mamata Banerjee had said. I will not resign. I will not go to the Lok Bhavan. No question of my resignation. Now, as per protocol, remember, 80 seats. She's the losing side of the TMC. They will have to go tender resignation as a caretaker chief minister right now. Of course, then the BJP has to take over the government. So, Indrajit, then what do we expect? Are we expecting only a legal route, street protests? It's Mamata Banerjee after all. She understands optics and rhetoric.
Well, from what I can gather, from what she said, the little that we understand, Mamata Banerjee, she's extremely unpredictable, no doubt about that. That is something which is certain. But, the tone, the tenor, the mood, what I can gather is that the Trinamool Congress and Mamata Banerjee is defiant right now. They do not accept this election result clearly. They're rejecting this election result as calling it a manipulation, calling it a forceful capture, one. Secondly, she is not tendering her resignation. She is trying to galvanize the support of all the India bloc members in order to launch a larger protest, if I can read correctly, against the Election Commission. And what she alleges is the interference and complete catapulting of the Election Commission. This is her allegation right now. So there are certain unclear, stands at this point in time. We do not know whether this will lead to some sort of a constitutional legal mess, because she, as the caretaker chief minister, she ought to, resign, accepting the verdict. But if she says that she's not going to resign, and it is very evident and clear from the press conference that she did, that she does not accept this result, which means that she's challenging this result. They can actually move court. Remember, after the Nandigram verdict in 2021, an election petition was filed before the court. So these are possibilities. These are in the realm of possibility. We cannot really speculate, but Mamata Banerjee has kept more questions, has raised more questions than giving answers, specific answers.
Stay on with me, Indrajit, Preeti, because this is in complete contrast to Tamil Nadu, where M.K. Stalin has accepted that their side is lost, submitted the resignation. The resignation has been accepted by the governor in Tamil Nadu. So it's as clear as a protocol is supposed to be, but not in Bengal. That's where she said, Mamata Banerjee said, I will not tender my resignation.
All right, I want to quickly cut across to Priyanka Tibrewal, who's joining us. Priyanka, thank you for taking the time out and answering all our questions. Very quickly, Priyanka, you had the chief minister who says she is not resigning. She is not going to Raj Bhavan. This election has been stolen from her and 100 seats have been stolen. So this does put or give a sense of a constitutional conundrum, because the chief minister is now refusing to tender in her resignation.
She has not just lost the election but has lost her sanity. It's such a big shock which she's not being able to digest. But whatever it may be, now this is the mandate which the people have given, and she should gracefully accept it. Rather, she is being very disgraceful in saying so. Because this is a government which has been formed by the people, for the people and of the people. And she has to accept it. If she still refuses, then there are constitutional means by which she'll be thrown out.
Priyanka, she's now also alleging that the BJP goons, as she says, have been threatening women, have been going on post-poll violence, even though, of course, we understand there's not been a casualty this time compared to the last 2 decades. How do you respond to these allegations, considering you're a leader from the state?
If there was violence at all, then why don't we see any incidents? Like last time, there were so many murders and rape. Have you heard of anything like that? Not at all. See, we, the BJP people, whether we have lost the election or won the election, I am going door to door in my constituency, spreading the message of peace, that no such incident should take place. And that is exactly how things are.
All right, so I just want to take our viewers through. There are constitutional measures in this, Priyanka Tibrewal as well, that the governor can itself decide, to dismiss the chief minister and the cabinet of ministers. So the transfer of power in that sense will be seamless. So in a lot of, in sense, now Mamata Banerjee refusing to put in her resignation, go to Raj Bhavan is just symbolic in nature. It's a symbolic protest. Constitution does give one the option, which is the governor, the option of dismissing the chief minister and his cabinet of ministers and, go forth with a seamless transfer of power. But Priyanka Tibrewal, if you're still with us, okay, we don't have Priyanka Tibrewal with us. So that's the big news that is coming out, where number one, of course, she said that the election was stolen, doesn't accept defeat, also says will not go to governor. Now, there is a constitutional conundrum there, but that constitutional conundrum is solved with the governor stepping in, dismissing the chief minister and the cabinet of ministers, and then moving on to transfer of power from the TMC to the BJP, Pooja. So, that constitutionality in that is solved.
So it remains to be seen, especially when she's mentioned she's in touch with the India Bloc Alliance partners. What does that mean? How are they going to come together? Because eventually a protocol has to be followed. Considering in Tamil Nadu, we've already seen that happen. The next in charge getting ready, discussions are on. Here in Bengal, Preeti, do you also see in the next 24 hours that the rhetoric could only get sharper? Going by Mamata Banerjee's press conference here, she's said loot of votes. She's even charged at the CRPF. She's charged, of course, at the BJP, saying there's post-poll violence happening. I definitely don't see an easy transition happening in Bengal.
Well, that is now, that doesn't quite matter because if Mamata Banerjee has decided to fight this election, she has lost this election. Now, that has happened electorally. The constitution demands if she doesn't tender in a resignation to the governor dismisses her and her cabinet. So that is seamless. Now, in terms of rhetoric, you've already seen that play. And I think it's going to play out on a larger scale than just be limited to the state of West Bengal, Pooja. I want to bring in Indrajit back into this conversation. Indra, it does look like that the spotlight is now going to move from the state of West Bengal to the India Alliance. Many would have thought that the complete decimation of Mamata Banerjee in West Bengal, M.K. Stalin in Tamil Nadu would have led to a complete fragmentation of the India Alliance. If one just looks at the language and studies the language of Mamata Banerjee, it does seem that in that short press conference, she has invoked multiple times the name of the India Alliance and her allies who seemingly have her back, and she seems to suggest that she has a plan. Nobody knows what that plan is because she says she won't disclose it.
Well, that's right, Preeti. She said that there is a plan afloat, that it is being deliberated upon within the party, and I'm sure there would be further deliberations within the India bloc. So there could be, some agitation. We don't know what exactly the format of that would be. There could be something on the lines for the Trinamool Congress, and there could be something for the India Alliance as well. But the message is very clear. Mamata Banerjee said that I'm a free bird right now. I don't have a chair. So therefore, I can concentrate on this, and I would really take on, the BJP. She says that she wants to take on the BJP at the center. Even during the campaign, she continuously referred to as a 2029 Lok Sabha election. So she wants to also take the fight, not just here in Bengal, but she wants to take the fight to New Delhi. But as I said, there are certain unanswered questions in this entire, act of bravado, if I can say, because Mamata Banerjee does have no other choice but to put up a brave front, because her party workers have been, assaulted. There are several Trinamool Congress party offices that have been vandalized. So it is also about the morale of the Trinamool Congress supporters. And she said that she can continue this fight because she has got enough elected representatives. That's true. The Trinamool Congress does have about, a big chunk of MLAs here, as well as 29 MPs. So she wants to galvanize that force, that support, in order to bounce
So,
back. And that's
take
the term
us
that
through
she
the
has,
ground
used.
sentiment. You're there
she said
on
that
the ground.
We will bounce back.
There's this heightened activity around you. You're witnessing a change of an era from the left to the TMC. Three-time Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee not going down like a protocol expects her. She can be called a sore loser. She can be called defiant in defeat. There are different words to the situation. But there is a change that has happened from the TMC to the BJP. So what is happening on the ground as much? Take us through that sentiment.
Well, Pooja, let's give a glimpse for our audiences to West Bengal Chief Minister still, because she hasn't resigned, Mamata Banerjee's residence, who seem to have lost the mandate in this election. So this is the residence. It is on Harish Chatterjee Lane here in South Kolkata's Kalighat area. This is the house where she actually lives. I will give a sense. This is the house. There are a lot of plants here. You can see the mango tree here. And right behind that little tali chal, we say this is the hut. And behind, of course, is Mamata Banerjee's residence. This is where she has lived all her life. There have been modifications that have been made. You can see this area. You would understand that there is a lot of Trinamool Congress influence, because lots of Trinamool Congress flags, Mamata Banerjee's festoons and banners that have been put up here. And there are also, of course, this is the makeshift a security kiosk right outside her house. This has been here for several years now. This is where the frisking and the checking happens. So high security. And I will show you right outside her house right now. This, of course, is Abhishek Banerjee's cavalcade. This is the black car in which he travels. It's stationed outside here because Mamata Banerjee is holed up inside with Abhishek Banerjee, with Derek O'Brien, with Shobhandev Chatterjee, with Firhad Hakim, with Chandrima Bhattacharya. All these leaders are inside. They attended this press conference. The mood, of course, very, very serious inside the Trinamool Congress camp, because what I've been hearing in the last 24 hours, they did not expect this. They did not expect this kind of a mandate, this kind of a result. So it's taking time to sink in. But given the sense that we get from the party Supremo, of course, she does not want to accept this result. And therefore, they are on a warpath. How they're going to choose to fight this, we'll have to wait for some more time. But I'll show you the passageway. This is the lane which leads to the Kalighat crossing. We have seen lots of drama in the past few weeks when Shuendu Adhikari, led by Amit Shah, was passing by from the main road. There, if my camera person can zoom and show, that's when Trinamool Congress workers and BJP workers came face to face, and there was sloganeering. So this is a very, very iconic, this route, this lane has become an iconic lane specifically because of the presence of Mamata Banerjee in this residence. And it's not a very posh area. I would show the houses next to them. There are a lot of, a lot of shanties, a lot of small houses with temporary makeshift asbestos, roof. So this is the lane where Mamata Banerjee has lived all her life, has done her politics here, been the chief minister. She, unlike Jyoti Basu, who used to live at Indira Bhavan in Salt Lake, so that was a designated house for the chief minister when he was in power. Mamata Banerjee never, left her own house in Kalighat.
Nevertheless, Indrajit, as you bring us this location, this would have clearly been one of those powerhouse areas. Three-time chief minister, her residence, those lanes of Kalighat, and today not even an opposition leader, Preeti.
Indra, I want to just ask you one thing. One thing before we're going to let you go. So you're saying because we didn't quite catch it right in the end, Mamata Banerjee said not tendering resignation, not going to Raj Bhavan, governor.
Well, absolutely. When she said this in Bangla, and then she, I tried getting a clarification right at the end of the press conference. And I tried asking her. I shouted and yelled 5-6 times. She was not in a mood. She posed for the photographs. She raised the hands with her, with all her leaders. And it almost felt like this is, quintessential Mamata Banerjee does not want to let go of any opportunity to fight. So she's not letting this fight go. So, whatever I could make sense of what she has said, this is very clear that she's not going to the Raj Bhavan, because this was the specific question. Are you going to Raj Bhavan today? She said, why? No. The mandate has been stolen, so I'm not resigning. So we don't know what's going to happen. 7th, we are told, is when, the tenure of this Vidhan Sabha comes to an end. So 9th, I believe. So the new government will have to be formed. Swearing-in ceremony will have to take place. But that can only take place when Mamata Banerjee resigns and steps down. She is the caretaker chief minister. So we'll have to speak to experts there as to what could be the provisions. But she has categorically stated that she is not stepping down right now and she wants to take this fight further on.
Not going down without a fight, even though the electoral results say that she's lost and how, with now only 80 seats, BJP getting 207 out of 294. But Mamata Banerjee says, I'm in touch with India Bloc Alliance partners, cannot disclose right now, but for sure not tendering resignation. If she does not, what happens then next? On that note, wrapping up this bulletin for now, but stay tuned, 5 p.m, more news and updates.
Like I said before, we better hold the sins. Like I said before, we better hold the sins.
Is India ready for autonomous AI-like mythos? New models from Anthropic bring potential risks to banks and financial systems. The question is, how prepared the system is to respond. In the latest issue, India Today looks at how India can prevent disruption. India Today, making sense of India. Now available on Amazon and Blinkit. Subscribe now at subscriptions.intoday.in.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
सॉरी। ऑपोजिशन को मिला हलवा, हमारा चल गया जलवा। और यहाँ भी जीते वहाँ भी जीते, हम सारे बंगाल में जीते हैं। बंगाल में जलवा 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 जलवा, अपना है जलवा 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 जलवा। यहाँ बिछाए वहाँ बिछाए, जनता के वोट जम कर पाए। ये बंगाल में जलवा 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 जलवा, अपना है जलवा 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 जलवा। अरे आसान नहीं था फिर भी देखो, सॉलिड बंगाल में विक्ट्री है। ऐसी जीत मिली है कि अब हमने हिस्ट्री रख दी है। जलने वाले हाथ मलते जाए, मेरे आगे कोई टिक ना पाए। अपना ये जलवा 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 जलवा। 1 2 3 4, यहाँ भी जीते वहाँ भी जीते, हम सारे बंगाल में जीते हैं। बंगाल में जलवा जलवा, जनता का जलवा जलवा, अपना है जलवा जलवा। बंगाल में जलवा।
LIC हर पल आपके साथ। जियो मार्ट, टाइम और पैसे दोनों बचाए। ड्यूलक्स एश्योरेंस।
पूरा पश्चिम बंगाल में
जब भाजपा जीती है, बदला नहीं, बदलाव की बात होनी चाहिए।
ये जीत हिंदुत्व का जीत है, ये जीत बंगाल का जीत है, ये जीत नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जीत है।
Minutes ago, Mamata Banerjee, the outgoing Chief Minister of West Bengal, held a press conference and she claimed moral victory. She has said that she will not be going to the Raj Bhavan to tender her resignation. What happens now, even as the process of government formation and the entire, I would say, what the BJP will be doing next has become clear, with Home Minister Amit Shah himself will be travelling as the observer of the BJP to Bengal. The headlines. Mamata Banerjee's big vote chori charge against the BJP says will not tender resignation, alleges that BJP stole 100+ seats in Bengal. Kaun banega BJP's first Bengal Chief Minister? 5 names in the Chief Minister's race. 2-time giant killer Shuendu Adhikari is the front-runner. And it's Nari Akrosh against Mamata Banerjee that could have cost her the election. BJP women candidates Sandesh Khali, survivor Rekha Patra wins polls. RG Kar victim's mother Ratna Debnath wins from Panihati, and BJP Bengal candidate Kalita Majhi is a domestic worker, and all women record epic victory. After Vijay's blockbuster victory, all eyes on government formation talks. Sources say Vijay is eyeing for Congress left VCK as allies. Vijay at TVK headquarters meets all MLAs after the big victory. MK Stalin submits resignation to the Tamil Nadu governor. Stalin vows comeback after the poll defeat. Stalin says TVK won just 17.4 lakh votes more than them. Says TVK just got 3.5% more than DMK. And this is a day after the massive victory of the BJP in Bengal. The BJP won by over 200 seats in 294-member Bengal Assembly. The mandate may be out, but the battle or the political battle is far from over. Mamata Banerjee is refusing to concede, not just politically, but morally. She says that there's no question of resigning. She has insisted that this was not a fair defeat, claiming her party has been sabotaged by the system and that morally the Trinamool Congress has actually won the election. In a serious escalation, she has alleged that the Election Commission for India enabled the BJP's victory, raising direct questions on the credibility of the electoral process. And these are not just broad allegations. She's citing specific incidents, claiming that booth agents were beaten up, complaints were filed but not action taken, workers were assaulted and thrown out of counting centres, and that even CCTV cameras were switched off at crucial moments. She now says a 10-member fact-finding panel will be set up, signalling that this fight is far from over. Listen in.
এটা আমরা পার্টিতে ঠিক করব ভাই, আমি তো একা নই, একটা পার্টি আমার সাথে আছে ভুল। আমরা আসামেও কালকে একটা সিট জিতেছি, তারপরে ওখানেও অত্যাচার করতে শুরু করেছে, সুস্মিতা দেব আমাকে জানালো। পরবর্তী স্ট্র্যাটেজি আমরা পার্টিতে বসে ঠিক করব। আপনারা টাইম টু টাইম জানতে পারবেন, চিন্তা কোনো কারণ নেই। কেন, কিসের জন্য? আমরা তো হারিয়ে নিয়ে যাব। হারলে আমি যদি শপথ দিতে যেতাম তাহলে আমি রেজিগনেশনটা করতাম। এখন তো কোয়েশ্চেন ডাজন্ট অ্যারাইজ। And BJP played a game directly with the Election Commission. It's a betting, you can say, the got-up betting between BJP and the Election Commission. We fought against the all machinery, where Prime Minister and Home Minister is also involved. Directly interference. SIR, they deleted 90 lakhs names from the voter list. And when we went to court adjudication, 32 lakhs were included. But do you know that after that, the 7 lakhs what was deposited together, that is also included? But nobody knows that. So how they play the dirty, nasty and mischievous games. I have never seen this type of election in my life. From the beginning, in my student life, I have seen so many elections. Even 2004 also, when I was only alone, there also I have not seen this type of atrocities. আমাদের লড়াইটা বিজেপির সাথে ছিল না, আমাদের লড়তে হয়েছে ভিলেন ইলেকশন কমিশন, যিনি ব্ল্যাক হিস্ট্রি তৈরি করেছেন ইন্ডিয়ান ডেমোক্রেসিতে। Sad to say, CEC became the villain of this election to loot the democratic rights of the people and to loot the EVM machine. Can you tell me that after voting EVM machine, 80 to 95% is a charge. How it is possible? Before 2 days of election, they started arresting our people like anything. They started raid in everywhere. And they changed all the IC to OC to SDO to DM to IPS, all IPS, IS, WBCS, WBPS, all they changed. And they selected from their party. And BJP play the game directly with the election commission. It's a betting, you can say, the got of betting between BJP and the election commission. We fought against the all machinery, where Prime Minister and Home Minister is also involved. Directly interference. I am grateful to all my India team's leaders. Sonia ji rang up me, Rahul Gandhi rang up me, Arvind Kejriwal, Uddhav Thackeray, Akhilesh Yadav, Tejaswi, Hemant Soren Yadav, Jharkhand Chief Minister, all the allies of United India Alliance, Indian Alliance, they said we are totally, absolutely with you. I think our solidarity will be united and strong for the next days. Akhilesh requested me to come today itself, but I said you come better tomorrow. So he's coming tomorrow. And one by one, everybody will come.
Let's bring in the reporters now. Indrajit is joining us live from Kolkata. We have Tapash Sen Gupta as well joining us from Kolkata. Aishwarya Paliwal is joining me here from New Delhi. I'm going to begin with you, Indro. The message from the Bengal Chief Minister is that this is a moral victory for her, that the entire election was stolen, and the third point, she won't resign. Although constitutional crisis will not emerge because there are enough and more constitution provision, but what happens now? If she has said that she would not resign, will she be taking this entire fight legally to the Supreme Court?
Well, that's what it seems, Maria. There are a lot of questions that remain unanswered at this point in time, despite the high voltage press conference that West Bengal Chief Minister had just conducted. Clear answer from her when we asked her if she's going to the Raj Bhavan today. There has been speculation since last night that there could be a possibility that she has sought time from the governor. No confirmation from the Raj Bhavan. Now, Mamata Banerjee has categorically stated she's not resigning. And she's saying that this election has been stolen, captured, and she does not believe that she has lost. And she's saying that this is a moral victory. So in that sense, she remains defiant. If she does not resign as the caretaker chief minister right now, then how is the new government will be sworn in? How will the new chief minister be sworn in? That's the big question, because the term of the existing West Bengal Vidhan Sabha comes to an end within a few days' time, and there would be a constitutional crisis then. So there's no answer to this. But one thing is for sure, and it's clear, Mamata Banerjee is now stating that there's going to be a bigger India alliance fight against the Election Commission of India, which they say is compromised and has been captured by the BJP. It seems this Bengal debacle seems to have galvanized all the India alliance members. Remember, Rahul Gandhi, she just said, Sonia Gandhi, Akhilesh Yadav, Arvind Kejriwal, everybody has called her up. Interesting part is that same Rahul Gandhi, just a few weeks back when he was campaigning in West Bengal, in Kolkata, he had launched a scathing attack against the Trinamool Congress government. But now the situation overnight seemed to have changed with new political equations, and Mamata Banerjee is putting her full thrust on the India alliance right now. She is saying that she will also go to Delhi, that they want to take this fight along over the streets against the Election Commission, against what they call the BJP is trying to create a one-party rule. There would be no opposition. They want to annihilate the opposition. That's the allegation that Mamata Banerjee
I'm trying to understand, how does it help her politically? Because the language of Mamata Banerjee right now appears, unfortunately, similar to what Rahul Gandhi has been saying about moral victories. What is really a moral victory here, Aishwarya? A leader wins or lose. And a mandate of this nature is not a close mandate. It's not a neck and neck. This is a decisive vote against Mamata Banerjee. 30 of the 35 ministers in her cabinet, 22 have lost, and a number of them losing with a huge margin. So how should this be seen?
Well, you know, I think, Maria, there's only one way to see this. Mamata Banerjee has not been able to digest the very fact that she has lost an election this badly. So this is exactly the kind of statements that she's making is only speaking about the fact that she's not able to grasp the fact that this is the kind of massive majority that the Bharatiya Janata Party has got. See, Maria, if the people had not voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party and these were the results, we would have seen people out on the streets. They would be speaking about the fact that this is not what they wanted. But all that we are seeing over the past 24 hours since the results came out, people are coming out on the streets and they are openly speaking about the fact that they desperately wanted the Bharatiya Janata Party to form the government, and that is exactly what's happening at the moment. But also, even if she does go to the court will in turn, from what I am understanding, turn to the constitution of our country. The constitution very, very clearly says that the government cannot stay in power beyond 5 years. The elections have taken place. A clear picture has now emerged. She has no other option but to resign, and this is exactly what the Bharatiya Janata Party also believes in. Let me tell you, Nitin Naveen, who's the BJP chief at the moment, he also is very keenly looking at what's taking place. We will see a reaction coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party, but at the moment, this is Mamata Banerjee, who's now grasping at straws and saying that she will not be resigning, even though a clear mandate has emerged.
You made a very interesting point, Aishwarya, and I'll take that to Tapash, particularly with regards to the people of Bengal. We are not seeing any protests. They are not saying that they cast their vote for Mamata Banerjee or TMC candidates and somebody else has won. Why is that? Why is there seems to be a disconnect between what the Chief Minister is saying and the people of Bengal here, Tapash?
Well, see, Maria, I think it's a question of political survival. Mamata Banerjee, who is a very, very tall figure in Indian politics, is now, it seems that she is in a kind of a state of mind that everything is disarray. She wasn't expecting this kind of a result, such a huge margin. It's a landslide, clear sweep by BJP is what the Chief Minister, ex-Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee was not anticipating in the first place. Second of all, this kind of narrative that the Chief Minister have said today, that she is not going to resign because she has morally won, but she have been defeated, and it's in connivance with the central government, the election commission, and other stakeholders, the central forces. It is something that that people are not buying at the moment. We haven't seen any protest or displeasure amongst common people right now across West Bengal. We haven't seen people coming out criticizing the way election happened. Everybody appreciated the way the election took place, violence-free, there was free, fair election, and that's why there were we knew that there was immense anti-incumbency factor that was working against Trinamool Congress, and that's what reflected in the result. But now, as when she decided that she will not resign, she will not go to Lok Bhavan, it remains to be seen whether the governor of West Bengal exercises Article 164 of the Indian Constitution, by which a minister is appointed at the pleasure of the governor. Whether or not that is the only way out, if that happens, it is going to be very unfortunate for a tall leader like Mamata Banerjee, because we have also been given to understand that the CEO have also sought time from the governor yesterday, and maybe today or tomorrow he will personally go and visit the governor at the Lok Bhavan. And finally, when Mamata Banerjee have said today that she will not resign, she will not go to Lok Bhavan, then what next? Will the governor step in and exercise Article 164? Because through Article 164, a minister is being appointed at the pleasure of the governor. If that happens, it's really going to be unfortunate. But Mamata Banerjee also given a clear narrative that it's 2029. And she is she's trying to be the fulcrum of the Indy alliance, and now decisions would be taken from Kolkata. The leaders would be visiting, the Indy government leaders would visit Kolkata. If that be the case, in that case, whether or not Rahul Gandhi's Congress will accept Mamata Banerjee as the face or a fulcrum of the Indy alliance is something that remains to be seen. But as of now,
I mean, that's a long run. I mean, we are talking about today, Tapash. We are talking about today, Tapash, and a tall leader like Mamata Banerjee, who has been the Chief Minister for 15 long years.
we are seeing these images where she is refusing to accept the people's mandate. How does it actually work, Indro, that, leaders like Mamata Banerjee always get the pulse of the people? They are seen to be grounded leaders. They are seen to be mass leaders. They are mass leaders. She has fought tirelessly and has governed the state for 15 long years. So, and what a brilliant street fighter she is. She put up a great fight. But she lost it. But for Mamata Banerjee to say that this is a moral victory and that she has not lost, how should this be read politically?
Well, Maria, very, very interesting development, actually. There is no precedent here in West Bengal for this. How does one read it? In my mind, the way I have seen Mamata Banerjee and the little that I understand of her and her politics, she remains defiant. There is a sense of denial, clearly, in her approach, this one. I really wasn't expecting this. I did expect that she would hit out at the Election Commission, but I was expecting, when I came here to cover the press conference, I thought perhaps there would be some sort of a reconciliatory tone where she would accept the mandate of the people and then she would announce that I'm going to Raj Bhavan to tender my resignation. That is exactly what I was thinking of when I came to cover her press conference. But the tone, the tenor was completely different. I mean, it is a defiant tone. Yes, Mamata Banerjee is known for her streets fighting spirit, but it too has its limitations. And there is a threshold. This is a clear mandate. I mean, it's a landslide victory for the BJP. There's no way that she can claim whatever victory that is, be it moral or otherwise. I mean, and there is no resonance, Maria, by the way, I tell you, on the ground of what Mamata Banerjee is saying. I was expecting that there would be some amount of one-upmanship in order to, keep the cadre's morale a little up. Because, as you know, given the surcharged political reality on the ground in West Bengal, and we've had 4 days of recess, there was pressure that was mounting, eager anticipation, and suddenly, boom, the results come out. So this is a lot to process. So what happens is, in various parts of West Bengal, we do see retribution. We do see, party offices being vandalized and party workers, Trinamool workers being attacked. Though the BJP state president Shamik Bhattacharya has categorically stated that this culture will not be allowed, this is something that the BJP opposes. But no matter what political leaders say, I've seen it from my own experience, local level workers are not always in the control of the top party leaders. And Maria, you were here in Bengal, you covered this election, you've seen the rhetoric was very, very stark. And once you use such rhetoric from both sides, it does charge up things on the ground. So it's very important that the law enforcement agencies, that CRPF, which is here, and rightfully so, they take charge of things. But Mamata Banerjee could be trying to give a moral vocal tonic to her supporters. But to claim that she has not lost this election is complete denial.
Yes, I mean, that's perhaps taking it too far as well. So continue to be with us. Remember, it's a 2021 rerun, but perhaps bigger, sharper, and far more decisive for Shuendu Adhikari, who has gone on to defeat Mamata Banerjee again, and this time in Bhabanipur. The BJP has called it historic, crossing 200 seats, scripting a political earthquake in Bengal, but Mamata Banerjee has cried foul, alleging massive voter theft, with the opposition backing her claims. The verdict, though, is clear, but the battle is now over legitimacy.
हिंदुत्व का जीत है, ये जीत बंगाल का जीत है, ये जीत नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जीत है।
More than 100 seats they looted and cheated, and this election commission is a BJP commission.
It's a 2021 rerun in 2026, but with far bigger stakes. And at the center of it, Shuendu Adhikari once again defeating Mamata Banerjee, this time in Bhabanipur. BJP calls it a decisive win.
और इतना कम्युनल वायलेंस हुआ बंगाल में पिछले 2-3 साल में, हिंदू पलायन हुआ, मजबूरी हुआ, धुलाई आन सांप्रदायिक में। ममता बनर्जी खुद बताया फ्राइडे तो वो लोग कुछ करेगा, मैं तो कुछ नहीं कर सकता। सब मिला के एकदम पूरा टाइट कर दिया। अरे आरजीकर से लेकर जो नारी अत्याचार हुआ, महिला के ऊपर आक्रमण हुआ।
For the BJP, this is history scripted. On May 4th, the lotus finally blooms in Bengal. Prime Minister Modi, in a Bengali dhoti kurta, calls it historic and unprecedented.
आज जब भाजपा जीती है तो बदला नहीं, बदलाव की बात होनी चाहिए। भय नहीं, भविष्य की बात होनी चाहिए।
BJP's chief strategist Amit Shah calls it a vote against anarchic rule. He is now the central observer, with May 9th likely date for the swearing in.
शुभेंदुदा हमारे नंदीग्राम से लड़ना चाहते थे। मैंने शुभेंदुदा को कहा था कि सिर्फ नंदीग्राम नहीं, ममता के घर में जाकर उसको हराना है।
A furious Mamata Banerjee hits back, alleges loot, claims 100 seats was stolen, promises a comeback.
100টা সিট লুট করেছে, 100 more than 100 seats they looted and cheated, and this election commission is a BJP commission. It is a immoral victory, not moral victory.
And backing her, Rahul Gandhi alleges elections was stolen in Bengal and Assam, says he's seen this playbook before. AAP too backed Mamata, alleging that BJP murdered democracy in Bengal.
पूरे देश के अंदर आज एक बड़ा संकट छाया हुआ है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जिस तरह से जनतंत्र को हाईजैक कर लिया है, हत्या कर दी है जनतंत्र की। बंगाल का जो चुनाव, वो चुनाव थोड़ी था। पिछले 3-4 महीने से हम देख रहे हैं क्या तांडव चल रहा है बंगाल के अंदर।
But the numbers tell their own story. 22 out of 35 TMC ministers defeated. 63% of cabinet wiped out, including the chief minister. BJP leaders admit even they did not expect this scale, crossing the 200 mark, a political earthquake in Bengal.
हिल गया पूरा पश्चिम बंगाल में।
बहुत बड़ी जीत है। पश्चिम बंगाल देवी का भूमि है और पश्चिम बंगाल का महिला ने भर भर के वोट दिया है, आशीर्वाद किया है नरेंद्र मोदी जी को, हमारा भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आशीर्वाद किया है। ये हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ा दायित्व है। सपना हुआ, अनुभव किया था, लेकिन अभी रियलिटी में जो हो रहा है वो सीरियसली वो विश्वास नहीं हो रहा था कि पूरा पश्चिम बंगाल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए भगवा हो गया है।
And as the political dust settles, both the TMC and Congress are doubling down on charges of vote theft, questioning the role of Election Commission once again. The numbers may be in, but the narrative war is far from over. Because in Bengal, the fight has now shifted from the ballot box to the battle of legitimacy. With Ankita Garg, Bureau Report, India Today.
Joining me now to understand what's happening in Bengal and what are the legalese around it is senior Supreme Court advocate Mahesh Jethmalani. Mr. Jethmalani, appreciate your time. Mamata Banerjee, the outgoing Chief Minister of Bengal, says that 100 seats have been stolen in this election, that the Election Commission is complicit, and hence she will not resign. I will not tender resignation. I have not lost, so I will not go to Raj Bhavan. Those are her words.
Yeah, I mean, this is beyond belief. For a chief minister to do this, as you know, this is unparalleled, right? She refuses to recognize the mandate of the people, and that's probably absolutely descriptive of what somebody like Mamata Banerjee would do, right? she's incredulous about her loss because she's surrounded herself only with sycophants and people who want to tell her what she wants to, and obviously she has a lot to hide. I mean, if you look at the kind of people who are supported, they're all people who are losers, and I think she's fearing that there's a lot of worms to crawl out of the woodwork after she leaves, because I have no doubt that starting from her conduct in that IPAC issue, right, when she went and thwarted the course of justice by snatching out files from people who had come legitimately to inquire into a scandal of her making, right? I have no doubt that there's much to hide, and this is all posturing. This is a mandate which is so unanimous and so, it is such a huge mandate that it is impossible for anybody to question it. She should be given short shrift by the governor. I have no doubt that he'll do it. And she should be unceremoniously dismissed for challenging the entire electoral process, subverting the constitution, and trying to make. Mamata Banerjee can't make a mockery of our entire electoral process, but of attempting to make it. She deserves the highest condemnation, the greatest censure, and the most extreme punishment that she can get in law.
But Mr. Jethmalani, as a senior advocate of the Supreme Court, I'm looking at Article 164 of the Constitution. Article 164 of the Constitution actually says that what happens in such a scenario, governor's intervention is needed. The chief minister holds office during the pleasure of the governor. And if the chief minister loses the election, it implies they have lost the confidence of the people. And hence, the governor can dismiss the chief minister if they fail to resign voluntarily. So what are the options before the governor? Is this some kind of constitution crisis?
Not a constitution crisis, because the constitution prescribes what happens in a situation like this. When you have a recalcitrant chief minister who sticks like a lemming to her chair, she has to be unceremoniously dismissed. She holds office at the pleasure of the governor is one aspect. But the fact is that on the expiry of 5 years, the term of an existing legislature comes to an end by passage of time, by efflux of time. There is no legitimate legislature. Forget chief minister. She's only a chief minister, acting chief minister. She's no longer an elected chief minister. She has to go anyway. She can't cling on to that seat. Once an election is held, once 5 years expires, the tenure of the entire legislative assembly, including its chief minister, who's only a member of the legislative assembly, comes to an end. She doesn't seem to understand basic principles of how a constitution works or how parliamentary democracy works. Somebody should advise her.
No, I'm trying to understand, because I'm sure she has enough and more advisors. And, in that press conference, we saw, Kalyan Banerjee also present. So she has a team of lawyers who can advise her. So
Kalyan Banerjee is the faithful foot soldier who's seeing again the ground. I mean, he's a good friend of mine, but unfortunately, he's seen the ground and he doesn't have the democratic spirit. I mean, these guys are arbitrary. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, this is unprecedented in any parliamentary democracy. I don't care. You can't say, I'm substituting my opinion for the real mandate. Go to court, file an election petition. You have your remedies. But you can't say, your office as chief minister is gone not by virtue of the fact that you have been unceremoniously disgraced at the polls. Your office of chief minister comes to an end when 5 years expires. And if you don't respect that part of the constitution, right, then you deserve to be kicked out by the governor. I'm glad she's taken this step, because she will be unceremoniously kicked out by the governor.
Mr. Jethmalani, let's get into there have been serious allegations against the Election Commission. And it has come not just from Mamata Banerjee, from Rahul Gandhi as well, both of them saying that there is some kind of action by the Election Commission, which these are seen as to quote Mamata Banerjee as nasty games. That it is largely against
let
me finish, sir. Largely against the opposition. And that's why Rahul Gandhi says that the Congress has lost states. He has spoken about how there was vote chori in the state of Maharashtra, in the state of Haryana?
I mean, the last person you should be citing in support of Mamata Banerjee is Rahul Gandhi himself. This seems to be now a sort of a union of electoral losers getting together to try and give each other some kind of solace by casting stones at the election commission. Right? Rahul Gandhi singularly lacks credibility as far as I'm concerned. If you tell me, I would ignore all his statements because I think he's an unmitigated disaster for this country, and sometimes I question whether he has a mind or he doesn't. So,
he is the leader of opposition.
Yes, he's also the leader. He's also the leader of the opposition who happened to say that Mamata Banerjee is going to lose the election because she run such a corrupt regime. Now he blames it on the electoral process. Only a few days ago, he was attacking her viciously. He may be the leader of the opposition, but I'm afraid he's unfit to be a leader of an opposition.
So, Mr. Jethmalani, let's try and sum up this conversation.
Yeah.
What can the governor do? And is this a huge crisis? I would say unprecedented. I've been covering politics for 20 years now. I haven't heard of any outgoing chief minister being so belligerent and defiant, where she or he has refused to resign.
Therefore, what I say is that this is not it is unprecedented that someone should do it. But there's a very serious solution to somebody who dares to constitution a mandate of, and at least you have to respect the mandate till it's set aside by a court. You're not willing to do that. It seems that you have something terrible. There's a lot happening in the state of West Bengal which deserves to be unearthed, investigated, and punished. Corruption is galore, and I've been saying this since 2021 because I was part of all those post-poll violence cases. Why post-poll violence cases? From 2020, I've been doing cases where BJP party workers have been killed in broad daylight in front of Titagarh police station in 2020. I've been appalled by what's been happening in Bengal for the last time. And I'm appalled by what's been happening to the press in West Bengal. The most fascist state, the most intolerant state in the whole country against the press. And this can turn out and happen to, if this is the kind of precedent, the entire press beware. How many people have been hauled up and called by the police in West Bengal? There is no more fascist, intolerant, totalitarian state than that in West Bengal under the governance of Mamata Banerjee. And she has a lot to answer for, and I'm not surprised that the two biggest supporters are big electoral losers, Rahul Gandhi and now Arvind Kejriwal. A person is known by the company they keep, Maria.
All right, Mr. Mahesh Jethmalani, really appreciate your time. We needed to understand the legal option before the governor, what can happen in the state of Bengal. So appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. The battle shifts now from ballot to leadership. Who will be the Mukhya Mantri or the Chief Minister of Bengal? Circle May 9th on your calendar, because sources are saying that that's the day on which the swearing-in ceremony is likely to happen and the formal transfer of power will happen. And that's going to be the big day for the BJP. This is the land of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, as we have been highlighting. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has been appointed as the central observer, the man who will oversee the crucial decision, who will be there on ground, ensuring that the legislature party meeting goes on smoothly. Because while the mandate is clear, the face of that mandate is not. Inside the BJP's intense deliberations are underway, multiple power centers are there, multiple calculations are happening. So who are the 5 contenders? Take a look. First, it is Shuendu Adhikari. He is the face of the BJP. Remember, he joined ahead of 2021 Assembly elections. He is seen as the man of Bhabanipur. I remember interviewing him in Nandigram. He defeated Mamata Banerjee in 2021 in Nandigram with a margin of 1,956 votes, then went on to defeat Mamata Banerjee again in Bhabanipur with far more margin. of 15,000 votes. He's seen as a grassroots worker. Then there is Shamik Bhattacharya, senior BJP leader. He is the BJP Bengal president. At present, he's seen as the face of the Bhadralok. Then it is Dilip Ghosh, former BJP chief, is seen as someone who expanded BJP's footprints in what was an unknown territory. Then there is Agnimitra Paul, a prominent women leader and an MLA, seen as a rising face of the BJP. Then is Rupa Ganguly. I interviewed her also in South 24 Parganas. She is an important leader here because Home Minister Amit Shah campaigned for her as well. Former Rajya Sabha MP adds star power and cultural connect to the BJP. Let's go back to the reporters who are joining us. Tapash continues to be with us. And we have Aishwarya as well. So Aishwarya, I'm not going to ask who is going to be the next chief minister of the BJP because we know how the party springs up a surprise. But what are you picking up in chatter with all the BJP leaders?
Well, one of the things, Maria, that the Bharatiya Janata Party will be looking at is that the person needs to be strong because your opponent will be no other than Mamata Banerjee. And she's a street fighter. Everyone knows it. How she's risen to power, how she's maintained that power for 15 long years. So definitely she understands the workings of the state of West Bengal. She knows the state at the back of her hand. She's someone who understands the kind of struggle that Bengalis have had to do over the past many, many years. So someone who understands the state of West Bengal, someone with whom the people connect and someone who will fight it out. Those are the qualities that the Bharatiya Janata Party at the moment is looking at, and this is a massive victory that the people have given to them. They will also have to fulfill each and every promise, Maria, that has been made. See, the government has been speaking about the fact that in whichever state we see the double engine government, that means that the central government and the state government, both of them are of the Bharatiya Janata Party. In that state, the development happens we have seen how the development actually takes place many folds. So those are the kind of promises that were being made. 3,000 rupees per month to the women, 3,000 rupees per month to the youth. So they will also very keenly have to look at the state finances. How will they make sure that all these things are done and the state remains calm and peaceful? There is no untoward incident that takes place. So all those things are things that the Bharatiya Janata Party at the moment is looking at very, very keenly, someone who can look at all the aspects. These are the things that the BJP at the moment is looking in the man, or even if I may say, in a woman who will be able to handle a state like the state of West Bengal, Maria.
Yes, and but Aishwarya, we have got enough indications, one may say, from the BJP leadership who believes that Shuendu Adhikari perhaps is the right man here for that top job. Before I bring in Tapash, let's try and do a SWOT analysis of the three contenders. We are looking at Shuendu Adhikari, Shamik Bhattacharya and Dilip Ghosh. He is a two-time giant killer, is almost seen as a leader who understands Bengal's political landscape much better than most. He has grassroots connect, that's what works for him as well, and support in beyond Bhabanipur. He is, of course, the man of Bhabanipur, but then he has I was told by sources close to him that almost he was in charge of 121 seats. He ensured that the BJP wins over 100 seats there. Weaknesses, there are certain corruption allegations against Shuendu Adhikari. He's also seen as a strong polarizing figure. Opportunity here, I would say that because he is the face of Bengal's BJP in many ways. From 2021 onwards, after he became the leader of opposition, he has strong connect also with the central leadership, strong backing of the central leadership and also of the cadre. Threat, though, is coming from within the party. There is an internal party rivalry. There are leaders within the BJP who are of the opinion that he is an outsider and hence he should not be given a chance. Then there is Shamik Bhattacharya. He is the state BJP chief. Shamik Bhattacharya has RSS connect, is seen as an acceptable Bhadralok face. Remember, the BJP swept the entire presidency region and he is seen as someone who managed to convince the upper caste and the intelligentsia of Bengal to look at the BJP favorably. His weakness, though, is that he doesn't really have that charisma to keep the party united. He is not seen as a mass leader. The opportunity could be that he could emerge as the consensus CM option. So if there is factionalism within the state BJP, he could be that person. Although the threat is that because he is overshadowed, but could be overshadowed by bigger leaders. Then there is Dilip Ghosh, the former BJP chief. The strength is that he has strong grassroots connects with the cadres of the party as well. The weakness, though, is that he has made a number of controversial statements and is seen as politically inconsistent. Opportunity, I would say, is that he experienced face of the BJP and can control the narrative, will help the BJP control the narrative, may not have high command support. That is the bigger challenge for him. Now let's try and understand, when we have done the analysis of these leaders, let's try and move on and go back to Tapash now. Tapash, you know, if among the front runner is clearly Shuendu Adhikari, who is marching ahead, much ahead of other leaders. The question is for the BJP leadership to convince the MLAs, but it is Home Minister Amit Shah himself who is the observer. It's going to be easy.
Well, yes, absolutely. Because, Shuendu Adhikari, as you rightly said, that is a giant killer, not once but twice. Once from Nandigram, his home bastion, and second time from Bhabanipur, Mamata Banerjee's bastion. And we must also remember that his political schooling, to some extent, was under Mamata Banerjee when Mamata was protesting in Nandigram, in Shingur. So he knows in order to how to counter Mamata Banerjee, because both of them practice a similar line of politics here in Bengal, and both the leaders, Mamata Banerjee and Shuendu Adhikari, are grassroots leaders. They know the nerve of the people. It's going to be an interesting contest between Shuendu and Mamata Banerjee. But the party has to be convinced. That's what everybody is talking about. But as I spoke to several leaders, they have said that BJP has the precedence and history of going out of the way and choose leaders who to lead the state. Whether or not it's Shuendu Adhikari or Dilip Ghosh or Shamik Bhattacharya or someone else is ultimately going to be a decision when Home Minister Amit Shah lands here in Kolkata, meets all party members, especially the candidates who won this election. It will be decided only then that who is going to be the next Chief Minister of West Bengal. But until then, it seems that Shuendu Adhikari seems to be way ahead than other leaders or other party comrades of Shuendu in BJP. And since he's a mass leader, you don't find several mass leaders in Bengal BJP. He is a mass leader. He can reach out to people. People have good connect with Shuendu Adhikari. And as I said, he works in the similar style of politics that Mamata Banerjee practices. So when you have an opposition leader like Mamata Banerjee, it is imperative to have someone who knows in and out of Trinamool Congress, the leaders or the opposition's acumen. So if that be one of the parameter, then who better than Shuendu Adhikari? But again, it is up to the prerogative of the top leadership of the BJP, and it will have a clear picture once Amit Shah reaches Kolkata, or the leaders here in Kolkata goes to Delhi, and when Amit Shah meets with the party members and especially the elected candidates who won the election this time around, that what the party wants, that will enable that will help the party leadership to take a close call. But until that happens, it seems that everybody is talking about Shuendu Adhikari as a front runner, not the probable chief minister. If not, then at least a front runner, and he's much way ahead in comparison to other senior leaders here in Bengal BJP.
I think he has the total support also of the central leadership. Now it is only a matter of announcement, many would say. But let's wait for that moment. But yes, there has been a statement which has been issued by the Chief Electoral Officer of West Bengal, Manoj Kumar Agarwal. And he has said that he has spoken to the district election officer. The district election officer has said that such an incident did not happen. Also, if this incident had happened, a complaint or an FIR would have been filed, but neither was done. These are points that have been made. So to that specific charge, Indro, of Mamata Banerjee, here is the CEO of Bengal saying that the district election officer says that no such incident happened. So why wasn't an FIR filed? That's a natural question.
Well, Maria, are you referring to the incidents that Mamata Banerjee has suggested that took place allegedly inside the counting centre?
Statement which has come in from the West Bengal Chief Electoral Officer, who has said that I spoke to the district election officer. The district election officer has said that such an incident did not happen.
Well, that's right. That's what I'm saying. Referring to the allegations that have been leveled by Mamata Banerjee. Of course, the Election Commission now clarifying its position. So, as I said earlier, Mamata Banerjee hardening her stance. This is with a clear intention of giving a political message, I believe, to her party workers who are, in a sense, on their back foot right now after the election results. She's trying to give a morale boost to her party workers to stay their ground, because a lot of them are facing the flag on ground. She has also alleged political violence, post-poll violence. So in that sense, this is hardening of posture by Mamata Banerjee with a clear focus on the politics on the ground, because the mandate clearly is against her, and therefore there's nothing much that she can do about it. In fact, Kalyan Banerjee, a veteran Trinamool Congress leader, he came out from Mamata Banerjee's residence a short while back and spoke to us, and he said that it's fine if she doesn't resign, because she does not have to as per law. The governor will, in any case, after the dissolution of the assembly, will call the largest party and they will be sworn in. So there is no requirement for her to resign.
Indra, but we expect senior leaders to continue with the tradition that we have seen. And that's what was perhaps expected of a veteran politician like Mamata Banerjee as well. So thank you, Indro. Thank you, Tapash and Aishwarya, for joining us. Remember, it was largely seen or calculated that women of Bengal were standing with a woman chief minister. What turned out was completely opposite. Women's anger snowballed into a political storm. Voters who once stood firmly with Didi pulled back their support this time. From BJP's Ratna Debnath to Rekha Patra, that anger translated into electoral victories. Take a look at this report.
Nari Akrosh, a silent undercurrent that turned into a political storm reshaping Bengal's verdict. For years, women voters formed the backbone of the TMC, standing firmly with Mamata Banerjee through every electoral test. But this time, that trust appears to have cracked. At the heart of this shift, two explosive flashpoints. The horror at RG Medical College and Hospital, where a young doctor was raped and murdered, sparking nationwide outrage and raising serious questions over the handling of the probe. And the unrest in Sandesh Khali, where women alleged years of abuse, land grab and intimidation by local strongman Sheikh Shah Jahan, who was linked to the TMC. What followed was more than protest. It was political transformation. From grief to the ballot box, RG victim's mother, Ratna Debnath, fielded by the BJP, turned personal loss into a powerful mandate, winning Panihati by over 28,000 votes.
আমাকে মোদিজি মনোনয়ন দিয়েছিলেন আমি মোদিজিকে প্রণাম জানিয়ে এই জয় আমি মোদিজিকেই উৎসর্গ করব কিন্তু আমার মেয়ে দুর্গা ভালোবাসতো সে সারা বাংলায় পদ্মফুল ফুটিয়ে দিয়েছে সারা বিশ্ব যেভাবে আমার মেয়েকে তারা নিজের ঘরের মেয়ে মনে করেছিল তারা তার যোগ্য জবাব দিয়েছে সমস্ত বাংলা আমাকে অনেকেই কটু কথা অনেক বলেছেন কিন্তু সেই জায়গাটা উপেক্ষা করে সারা বাংলা জবাব দিয়েছে তাদের যে তারা আমার পাশে আছে এখনো
Sandesh Khali sexual abuse survivor Rekha Patra carried the voices of Sandesh Khali into the assembly and won Hingalganj by over 5,000 votes. The list does not end here. Grassroots candidates like Kalita Majhi, a domestic worker, secured Osgram by more than 12,000 votes, and Chandana Bauri, a migrant labourer, won Saltora by over 32,000 votes.
খুব খুশির জয়, খুব খুশি লাগছে এবং আমার সাধারণ মানুষের জয়, আমার নিজের জয় নয়। জনসাধারণ আশীর্বাদ করেছেন, ভালোবেসে দুহাত ভরে আমাকে আশীর্বাদ করেছেন এবং দুহাত ভরে ভোট দিয়েছেন, তাই আজকে জয়। এই জায়গায় সে তাদের জন্য, মানুষ সাধারণ মানুষের জন্য। দেখুন, প্রথম হচ্ছে আমার আউসকা বিধানসভায় যা যা খামতি আছে সমস্ত কিছু করব এবং নারীদের সুরক্ষা, ফায়ার ব্রিগেড হবে, হসপিটালটা হবে এবং মানুষের যে আমার জঙ্গলমহল এরিয়া জলের খুব সমস্যা, জলটা দেখা হবে, জলটা মানে করে দেওয়া হবে তাদের বাড়ি বাড়ি।
The message is unmistakable. This election wasn't just about politics. It was about safety, justice, and accountability. And when those questions remained unanswered, Bengal's women delivered the loudest answer through their vote. Bureau Report, India Today.
Like I said before, we better hold the sins. Like I said before, we better hold the sins.
Every story finds a place. Every voice gets a platform. Every side has its say. Your channel for every headline. Prime Team on India Today, India's only democratic newsroom.
वेस्ट बंगाल में पहली बार कमल खिला है। इसके अलावा तमिलनाडु में भी जो डीएमके की सरकार का पतन और डीएमके बीजेपी गठबंधन ने अच्छी सीटें पाई हैं। केरल में बीजेपी का खाता पहले की तुलना में बेहतर हुआ है, वोट परसेंटेज बीजेपी का बढ़ा है। इसके लिए पूरे एनडीए परिवार को बधाई और आप सबका अभिनंदन।
ऑपोजिशन को मिला हलवा, हमारा चल गया जलवा। और यहाँ भी जीते वहाँ भी जीते, हम सारे बंगाल में जीते हैं। बंगाल में जलवा 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 जलवा, अपना है जलवा 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 जलवा। यहाँ बिछाए वहाँ बिछाए, जनता के वोट जम कर पाए। ये बंगाल में जलवा 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 जलवा, अपना है जलवा 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 जलवा। अरे आसान नहीं था फिर भी देखो, सॉलिड बंगाल में विक्ट्री है। ऐसी जीत मिली है कि अब हमने हिस्ट्री रच दी है। जलने वाले हाथ मलते जाए, मेरे आगे कोई टिक ना पाए। अपना ये जलवा 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 जलवा। 1 2 3 4, यहाँ भी जीते वहाँ भी जीते, हम सारे बंगाल में जीते हैं। बंगाल में जलवा जलवा, जनता का जलवा जलवा, अपना है जलवा जलवा। बंगाल में जलवा।
Hello and a very good evening. Vanakkam. You're joining us live here on India Today on Super 6. This is a special broadcast I'm bringing to you from Chennai. I'm standing in front of Fort St. George, the throne of power in Chennai. And guess who's going to be seated there in a few days from now? Thalapathy Vijay. He's no longer just the Thalapathy of Indian cinema, of Tamil cinema. He's the Thalapathy of Tamil Nadu now. So much that's been happening in the last 24 hours since that mandate clearly came in favor of the TVK. Remember, they're just short of the majority mark. And so there are a lot of questions about who really will join hands with the TVK. What will that look like? What really will Vijay focus on when he forms the government? When is he taking oath? All of those questions we've got answers for on the special 1-hour broadcast that I'm bringing to you from beautiful Singara, Chennai. So we've got lots packed for you. All my colleagues will be joining you from the ground, getting you all the different updates that are coming in, whether it's the TVK, Vijay's movement, the DMK, their introspection, and much, much more. We begin with the headlines. After after Vijay's blockbuster victory. All eyes on government formation talk. Sources say Vijay eyeing for Congress-left VCK as allies. Vijay plans for swearing in on 7th May, but Lok Bhavan says no official communication yet. Stalin submits resignation to Tamil Nadu governor. Stalin vows comeback after poll defeat. Says TVK won just 17 lakh votes more, essentially 3.5% more votes than DMK. Mamata Banerjee is defiant. Big vote chori charge against BJP, says she will not tender her resignation. Alleges BJP stole votes in Bengal. Kaun banega BJP's first Bengal Chief Minister? 5 names in the CM race. 2-time giant killer Shuendu frontrunner Dilip Ghosh, State BJP Chief Shamik also in contention. Home Minister Amit Shah appointed observer of Bengal. And Nari Akrosh against Mamata Banerjee costed the election. BJP women candidates Sandesh Khali survivor wins polls. RG Kaur victim's mother Ratna Debnath wins. And BJP Bengal candidate Khalita Maji, a domestic worker, records epic win for the BJP. Okay, let's begin with big breaking news that's coming in. Everyone's been asking one question. When will Vijay sit behind me in Fort St. George as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? We've got details for you here on India Today of when that swearing in could be. And we're hearing it could be as early as day after tomorrow on 7th May. As we speak right now, Vijay is holding a meeting at his Patinapakkam residence, which is close to where I am in Foreshore Estate. He's holding a meeting in his apartment there to figure out exactly what should be the TVK's course of action. He's met with the MLAs. He's been declared the legislative party leader. That's just a mere formality. But in all likelihood, he's not going to wait for all of the support to come in from other parties. He's going to go ahead and not just take claim to form the government, which we're hearing could happen tomorrow, but also go ahead and take oath. That historic oath-taking ceremony in all likelihood will happen on 7th May in Chennai. It's going to be a grand event. There's no doubt about that. Superstar scale, essentially, even for the Chief Minister. So from superstar, you'll now have a super CM. So lots of excitement building up right now in Tamil Nadu. 7th May, it looks like, could be the date. But remember that as far as the TVK's numbers go, they're at 108. You minus the fact that Vijay has won 2 seats, so 1 seat. You minus from that 107, minus the speaker, you reach 106. But ultimately, the majority mark is 118. So how can Vijay actually take oath? Well, essentially, 1 week after he's sworn in as the Chief Minister is when he's expected to prove his numbers on the floor of the House in a floor test. And so he'll have that 1 week buffer to go ahead and figure out what he wants to do. And clearly, he's sending out a message that, look, my top priority is to form the government first. I'll bring a Pramod Madhav as well as Anaga Keshav for more details on this. Pramod, to you first, what you're picking up from your sources, is the swearing-in ceremony going to happen in just about 48 hours from now?
Well, Ashita, one thing is very certain. The MLAs who had come to meet Vijay and Panayur office, they have been instructed and requested to stay in Chennai until the 7th of May. And this is where they've been actually told that Vijay is actually planning to go ahead and, the swearing-in ceremony to be conducted on 7th of May. In fact, those people who have residence in Chennai will stay in Chennai, and those who want any kind of accommodation from other parts of the Tamil Nadu will actually stay at 4 points. So all those arrangements have been made. But the important aspect here is that, now the governor will have to invite him. Time has also already been sought by Vijay earlier itself. So once the governor invites him and Vijay can show that he wants to form the government over there, the procedures will start. However, we've also been told that in the place they have chosen for this particular ceremony, so by now, is actually the Nehru Stadium, and work has also initially started over there. Another important aspect is that, Vijay, just like you mentioned, he's actually conducting multiple meetings. One is about the cabinet, and close to 20 members have been chosen. Very clearly, the people we suggested earlier, Busi Anand, Adav Arjuna, Arun Raj Kamra, Arun Raj, and Nirmal Kumar, those Sengotian, those names are also there, along with VS Babu and such. But on the other same parallel part itself, his advisors are also deciding who should be called in for the alliance. Just like you mentioned, it's going to be 2 weeks. That's the time Vijay might ask if that necessity comes that he needs to prove majority in the assembly. And for him, the advisors very clearly state that Congress is on their side, but they also want the left party's VCK. But when we spoke to DMK, TK Solongon very clearly says that the left and VCK will not go. If I asked about Congress, he said he's not sure about that. But the left and Congress, the left and VCK will not go.
So no, you know what, Pramod, I'm going to come back to you on really what's happening as far as those tie-up talks are concerned. I just want to focus on whether the swearing-in ceremony is happening in 2 days from now or not. And let's get you an exclusive news break on that. So we've spoken exclusively to the governor of Tamil Nadu, Rajendra Arlekar, on whether he's received any request from the TVK and a proposed date for the swearing-in ceremony. Now, the governor has told India Today at this point that he is waiting for official communication about the number of MLAs, and then there'll be a conversation about the formation of the government. This is the first time the governor is speaking out on exactly what the timeline will look like. Here's an exclusive conversation. The governor on record confirming he's still going through the details, the formalities before finalizing a date.
You have seen the election pan out in Tamil Nadu, and now the TVK has become the single largest party. Any official communication has come to the party, sir, to meet you? Because I think they have sought 2 weeks' time to meet you and prove the floor test.
No, only communication the party has sent me that they have got the mandate of so percentage of the voters.
Okay.
That is only that is not sufficient. I have asked them to give me a proper communication.
Okay.
That is, my PS principal secretary has communicated to them.
Okay.
And they will be doing it very shortly, and then I will decide.
So there are reports that on May 7th or 8th, they would want to meet you and seek your time. Has any communication on that date come in, sir?
No, let me get the full details of the candidates and MLAs,
okay,
elected persons. Then it will be decided.
Okay, let me bring in Nagarjun Dwarkanath, who got us an exclusive conversation with the governor of Tamil Nadu. Naga, what's very clear is that the governor is saying, look, I don't have the details just yet. I'm going to wait for the final number of MLAs before moving forward. But if he does give time to Vijay tomorrow to stake claim, that means then the road ahead is clear for a swearing-in day after tomorrow.
Well, absolutely. In fact, our governor spoke exclusively to India Today, and he said that till now, TVK has only given me the official communication of the vote percentage and not the numbers. That also means that 108, 107, that numbers we're talking about, has not been officially communicated to the Tamil Nadu governor, also for the Lok Bhavan. As of now, what the TVK has communicated is that of the vote percentage, the principal secretary of the Honorable Governor Office of the Lok Bhavan in Tamil Nadu. Maybe tomorrow morning, the TVK party will officially put out a statement or a communication channel to the Lok Bhavan saying that they have 108 MLAs with them, and hence they seek the time of the governor to prove the majority and to be sworn in as the chief minister, because they're the single largest party. And the governor has said that the moment I get the communication from TVK officially on the number of MLAs, he would be flying into Chennai and would be taking up the swearing-in process. His schedule is now kept free, Akshita. He doesn't have any tour plans from 7th, 9th, 8th, 10th.